everybody, this is Pam at the Paper Outpost. You want to see how to make a hard cover for a journal with fabric. Okay, I explained this on my recent newsletter, but I want to do a little demo so you can see how it's done. I'm going to... What's going on? You okay? Hairball? No, Sonny's okay. Making strange noises down there. I have this piece of, this is actually a tea towel I got from Walmart. It's a flour sack tea towel, and it's thin, okay? But what I'd like to do is make a journal cover out of it. And I'm thinking a journal of a size 9 by 6. Are you okay? What's going on over there? Okay. I think he's okay. Just worried, Mama. And... okay, so that's what I'm thinking. Now, so if I'm going to do, that's kind of a easy journal size to work with, because when you take an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, fold it in half like a regular size of a printer piece of paper, it magically fits perfectly in a 9 by 6 journal. So it's a great starting place if you're unsure where to start from. This one I'm going to fold in half because it's so thin. I think I'm going to need a little more strength to it than it of its own. So I'm folding it in half, and then I think I'm going to just maybe draw some basic lines so I have an idea where the 9 by 6 is. Let's see if I can figure this out. But now my desk is a uproarious mess because I am in the throes of crafting, so please forgive me, but I do not work in a perfectly clean space all the time. There's always a project on the go, and I got stuff out. What can I tell you? I got stuff out. Okay, here we go. Here we go. It would be nice if I could just get it out of there. Okay, that's good. All right, so let's go down at least 9. At least 9. And when you make it, somehow it always ends up being a little bit bigger because sometimes little bits of fabric will overlay the edges, so it might end up being a little bit bigger. And then 9, and then 6. Now, remember, if you're going to, as if you opened your book, you're going to have 6 inches, room for the spine, and then another 6 inches for the other side of the cover. So I am going to allow for maybe 1.5 inches in between. That will give me a 1-inch cover, a 1-inch spine, which would be plenty. And I'm probably going to have a little extra, but let's just see. Let's actually maybe, yeah, we'll go across here. I hope this is straight. We'll never know. Okay, so we're going to do, we have to go at least 12. That accounts for my 2 covers. And then I want at least 1.5 inches for the spine. That should be pretty good. Always scary with the math here, but we're going for it. And then we're going to go north for our 9 inches. Let's see. Yeah, see that line went down a little bit. Okay, that's all right. We're going to take it down to the 9 mark, I think, because we can always do trimming. Remember, you can trim. Yeah, you can trim. We have our ways. So I'm off about that much. Was this actually 9, or did I go a little longer? No, that's actually 9. Yep, that's actually 9, and this 9 ends exactly. Oh no, that goes to here. So it's funny how now it matches. Okay, everything is fine. Apparently everything is fine. Yes. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut that out. Where did I put the scissors? Where did I put the scissors? There they are. Now you could get other fancy scissors and stuff like that, or the rotary thing, but I'm just going to roll with this. And I'm going to cut it out now so that when it comes time to put this through the sewing machine, because I am going to sew this. Yes, I know. I think I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use pinkers. I'm going to go in and use the pinking shears just to give myself a nice little pinked edge. This also helps the fabric, it helps retard the fraying on the edges, which is nice. So in case a little bit of this shows, it's already decorative and the edges won't fray as much. So a double duty with the pinkers, okay? Yeah, just kind of know that going in. Know it going in, it's a good thing. Everybody should have a pair of pinkers, yeah. And you can get them at any craft store, art store, or sewing store like Joann's will have them. You can buy them online. Amazon, Etsy. I think I have them in my Amazon shop. You can get them everywhere, and often at the thrift store. Sometimes they're a little harder to use when you get them from the thrift store. Maybe they're an old pair. Or maybe somebody just decided they didn't want a pink anymore and they were done with their sewing career and they decided to let them go. So that's a possibility too. Sometimes they let them go harder ways than others, you know, just depending on what happens in life. But yeah, it's a nice thing is that, you know, crafting items can be shared this way for many people. We can all have fun with the same stuff. Okay, here we go. So that is our base. All right, so now we're going to decorate our base. And the whole concept with this is collaging with fabric, I guess you would say. We're just going to build this up a little bit. And I have a nice bag of scraps of trims and laces and things like that that I thought would be very pretty. Oh, somebody gave me this gorgeous, oh, it almost exactly fits too. That would be really nice. This not napkin, it's a handkerchief. And it is just so pretty. That might look really nice on there. I don't know though. We'll see. Let me think about it. So yeah, I'm just going to pull out some random things. And this is how I would do it. Okay, so I got a whole like pile of things here. So I'm just going to go through here and look at for some different colored things with some scissors. And let's see, we have this. Now this ruffle guy, he's very pretty, but he's ruffled. But if you want to get rid of the ruffle, then just cut off the tight side and then everything will magically open up and you'll have a flat piece of fabric. She says, hoping this works. Okay, we're going to see. And you don't have to use laces. If you're not a lacy gal, you can just use a torn bed sheet. That would look really cool. You could layer it and do it like roof shingle style. That would look really cool. You can blend the bed sheet along with pieces of a t-shirt or linen. Maybe you've got some old curtains or tablecloths or something like that that could maybe find a happier home. All right, so and nothing has to make sense, so you don't have to glue straight across or anything like that, but I think I'm going to do a very simple design just so you can get the idea. So I'm just going to cut this off a little wider than I need it so I have some pieces to lie down here, or lay down. There we go. Oh, that's kind of cool. So this particular flour sack cloth that I have here, in front of you, it was used to mop up inks and sprays and splashes of coffee dye that leaked and things like that. So I'm going to take this metal string out of here because I don't want to run over it with the sewing machine. Could probably save that wire, but I have a lot of wire, so I'm going to let it go. And I don't want it to poke anybody. Maybe come out at this end. Are you coming out at this end? Do you want to play? Yeah, here you are. So yeah, you can put things down in a geometric design, an ordered design, or you can randomly put things down at different angles. And nothing has to be square or rectangular. It can be odd shaped, which is fun too. If you have appliques, you can add those on too. That's a neat thing to do. Let's just see how all this looks. Okay, well that's pretty big coverage right there, isn't it? And you can do smaller pieces, maybe where they bind. See where they overlay? You can put a piece that runs over that. You could do that. Just trying different things on for size here, you know? Just different things. And there's really no right or wrong way to do that. You can throw in the big surprises, like this is coffee dyed bed sheet that I always keep some of that around because you just never know. You know what I mean? And you could put some of that. Oh, that would look very nice there. Maybe we'll do that. Okay, why not? Just do it. Okay. And you can just keep adding as you go. All right. Somebody said I talk too much. I think you could be right. But when you are on this side of the camera trying to fill the void of the deafening silence, I don't know, one sometimes feels compelled to over-yap. Or is it over-yapping? I don't know. There. Can't please everybody, right? No, that's true. Just got to carry on. Carry on. Okay, so, and I've just got some random little pieces of things here. But let's get the big guys anchored down. Oh, you're a pretty piece. Let's see what I do with you. This is some of that ribbony stuff. Oh, that's pretty. It's that wired ribbon. That might look nice in there, or it could look good on there, or halfway. Oh, that looks kind of cool. Look at that. Yeah, I do like that. I do like that. And the other thing you could do is you could take your thinner shearer pieces, you could put down your heavier pieces. They're not super heavy, any of these, but you could place those down first, and you could put something sheer over top of it. You can totally do that. I know there's just so many ways to approach this. But let's go ahead and just start gluing a little bit. Okay, I'm just going to lightly glue, and I guess I could actually glue with a glue stick. I'm just going to take, let's see, I got that. It's here somewhere. Is that it? No? Here it is. This is the Amazon glue stick. I'm going to give this a try to see if it will just lightly tack my pieces of fabric in place so I can sew them later. That's all I want to do is lightly tack. I don't know if it's going to work. We're going to try. Okay, here we go. I'm going to go to the edge, but not, I mean, you can go a little over the edge if you want, but you don't have to, and it's okay. So it's all okay. See, did I go over the edge? See, there's a little bit over the edge. That's how your book magically gets bigger, unbeknownst. That happens all the time. So maybe back it up a little bit and try and stay within your margins, and then it'll be easier at the end. Okay, so that's there. And then maybe, I don't know, I'm going to shake it up a bit. I'm just going to mix up whatever I had going before. Throw caution to the wind and lay down these colors. Okay, that's kind of a pretty cool. Now this is heavily wrinkled, which makes it a little difficult to work with. So I'm going to lightly spritz it. Well, it wasn't really very much of a light spritz. I'm just going to dampen it up a bit, and maybe I can just, it'll help it flatten out a little bit better. Because I don't feel like getting the iron out. You know what I mean? I don't know. The iron is not far, and it's not like I can't do it. I can. I just don't feel like it. Okay, and the nice thing about using glue stick, see how that just flattens that out nicely? Yeah, there's a lot of work that I didn't have to fuss with. I'm just going to put that down there. And this is not that expensive, not like the Scotch Create glue stick, which is a little bit more expensive to work with. But it's a really good glue stick when you're talking about really getting a strong glue stick style hold. And it does do well with little bits of fabric as well. Okay, that's enough for there. Don't need a ton. And layer down. There we go. Isn't that pretty? That's just so pretty. I know. See, now we could come along and do something that would look startling. That would look very nice, wouldn't it? Yes, I know. Okay, so let's keep going. I have this lovely piece. I do love it. Okay, you're going to become part of this. Getting very excited now. Very excited. All right. I'm going to try and get these metals wires out. Kind of wrap it around your finger a little bit and pull. How long are you? You're not atrociously long. All right, try again. Pull, pull. Oh, you got to get it wrapped around once, and then you're okay. It's a little sharp. Okay, just get this down the edge more. You know what I'll do? I'll cut it to size, and then it'll be shorter, so I won't have to pull so hard. So I'm just making a little bigger than what I need. That way. Okay. All right, there we go. Once you get it going, it's no big deal. It's just getting it going. You know, it's like anything. It's like trying to go work out. If I was ready to go in the clothes, in the car, headed somewhere to work out, it would be easy. It's getting off the couch that is the hard part. Okay, or off the away from the craft table. Okay, this is a little wrinkly too. We're going to give it the old spritz trick. You're going to give that a go and see if we can get this to flatten out a little bit more. I'm spreading the wealth here with the moisture. Okay. There. Yeah, see, that does fun. You can be it's okay to wet these. The glue stick won't mind because it's kind of a silicone-ish style glue. And did I put the glue down? No. It will only work if you place it. Yes. Okay. Tack, tack, tack. Now you might get a little glue on your needle. If you do, you can wipe it off. Turn your machine off. Wipe it off with acetone or a baby wipe. Both will work. Okay. Okay. And then we maybe need one more piece. Should I use that blue? That's so pretty, isn't it? Let's see. I have two ideas here. One, that's so pretty. It does make it. It does technically make it. That would be really pretty. Maybe I should put it underneath and have it hanging out. That would be really nice. Or I could put it over the whole thing. Oh, that would be so pretty too. Oh, so many decisions in life. I just don't know what to do sometimes. That also does sandwich everything in. That just make that easy. And I could even fold that over. But I think I'd want to salvage some of that. Yeah, I do. I think I'm just use a piece of it. Yeah, it's so pretty. I really want to use it. Okay. Ah, she cut it. I know. Too late. It's done. Just carry on. Keep going, Pam. Don't think about it. Just move forward. Use your pretties. Use your pretties. Okay. And then maybe I'll flip this baby up and I will tuck it under here. And let's just see how this all goes down. Yeah, just a few tack points. Can you see still? Oh, try to put my camera up the right way so you can see. And lay this down. Lay it down. Lay it down. Lay it down. There we go. There we go. We're all tacked down now. That's good. Okay. Now, you can keep going and put more things on top. Let's see. I think I did want to do a little addressing. I want to do a little addressing. Like I want to address this little edge. I could put it here, there, here, maybe just below where it ruffles up. That might look cool. Okay, let me try that. This time I'm going to put the glue on you. Gonna put the glue on you. Just a little glue, doesn't need to be totally glued because we're gonna sew it. Okay, there we go. All right, have that. That anchors you down. Okay. All right, and you can come through with pins. If you're a pinner, feel free to pin. Yes, it's okay. I'm not a big pinner. I'll try to avoid pinning if I can, probably to my chagrin, but it's all right. It's okay. And let's see, what else do we have here? Just looking through the old bramble bush. What have we got? Those are pretty, pretty little laces. What you doing, Sunbun? Did you hear a noise? Yeah? Oh, that's really pretty. Lace upon lace. Oh, lordy me, that's just so pretty. I do like that. And then that kind of seals that in. I like that too. Might have to wait. Let's try it up here. Maybe that would look, oh, look at that. That's really pretty too. I do like that. Oh, what to do, what to do. So many fun things. So like I said, you can just layer these up. Layer them up. You can use pieces. You can go straight across like I am. Or you can do hodgepodge and just put a little here, a little there. I do kind of like that. I'm checking my thickness and maybe I want to go a little thicker. So I'm going to be brave and I'm going to cut a piece off here and say that that is going to go here. Yep, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying let's go in here. I'm just going to try putting that there. Maybe that's enough glue to hold this whole piece, but it's going to come anchored down when I sew. Okay. Is that the right way? I can never tell on these things. I think it's got to go this way. No. Go this way? Okay, I think that looks good. A little tricky to tell. Seamstresses, feel free to chime in. I know there's a right side and a wrong side, but I have my faraway contacts in right now, so I can't see fine detail. Put your glasses on. That's why you put them on your head. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think that's okay. I think that's the right side. Now, you can go ahead and start sewing if you want. Let's check your thickness and just say, okay, am I thick enough or do I need more meat? Do I need something more? And I may. Where's the rest of that? Are you wide enough? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Maybe I could get one sheet out of you more. Are you tall enough? I don't know. Might want to thicken you up just a little bit. But the thickness, the structure, is not truly going to come from the fabric cover. It's going to come from the chipboard that we're going to make the book out of. So maybe I'm just not going to do that. I'm just going to go with what I have, and I'm going to create the thickness with the boards that we're going to use. Okay, so let's now flip this over. Now everything should be tacked, right? You're tacked. Don't tell me you're not tacked. You need to be tacked. Flippage. And now I'm going to trim my edges with my pinker again, just so it's going to be much easier to run through my sewing machine. I should probably, aren't you getting the feeling like I should pin it down? I know I'm getting that feeling too. Okay. trying to follow the lines. I'm going to let that little hangover live. I'm not going to worry about that. Then I'm going to follow this. My idea is to do a zigzag stitch to seal in these edges. I don't think I do. Okay, I'm going to have to sacrifice a little bit of that. Okay, there we go. We're all trimmed. All right, so now let's gather up this mess and take you on over to the sewing machine without disconnecting you, because I have a grand skill at doing that, don't I? That's right. Yes, I'm going to demonstrate something, and then I accidentally click my camera up. Okay, so we're going to attempt not to do that today. Okay, there we go. And we're going to come over here and bring the... Here we go. I'm going to move you. You're staying in your little house. Don't move. Okay, there. Let me move you over. I'm going to flip this over. Whoop. Okay, so I flipped it over. It's right side up. Okay, everybody's still in place. That's good. Okay. Now let's bring this in here. Okay. There we go. There we go. Bird's eye view. Okay, so here we go. I think what I'm going to do is I have my bobbin. Up we go. Okay, yeah, you're awake and alert. That's good. That's very good. That's where we want you. Oh, where's that little bottom string? Okay, I want to see you. There you are. Got my tails, and my tails are in the rear. Let me go ahead and pick up my bobbin thread. Okay, I did that. Now let me get that going there. Nope, missed it. Okay, let's try again. Oh, okay, yeah, all right. Just let me make sure this works. Okay, yeah, I see it grab that time. Pulling this, it should pull. There, now we have the bobbin. Do we have to? No, we don't have the bobbin. Okay, try one more time. Do I need a different bobbin thread? Are you going to give me a moment? Yeah, you're going to give me it. Yeah, oh yeah. All right, hold on. Let me switch to a different bobbin. Okay, I've just put a new bobbin in there. Where's the little plastic piece? Oh, I can't pick up anything with these fingernails. Okay, there we go. Yeah, all right, let's see if this works. Going down. No, what's going on? Something's not right. Hang on. No, lifting up. Turn the machine off. I don't want to get sewn by accident. All right, let me open this up. Let me see what is actually going through here. I don't think you're supposed to be down there. You're supposed to be out here. Yes, you come out where you're supposed to be. Now, we're going to put the bobbin in. This is called a crafter learning how to sew as she goes. That's right. I'm going to thread my bobbin. Over there you go. Yep. And I'm going to close this up. And attempt now again to pick up that thread. Oh, now we have it. All is well. There. There we go. Okay. And we have the threads. I'm just going to shorten them up a little bit. Put tails to the back. Okay. Now I have dark thread. I don't know what that's going to look like, but I think it might look cool. Let's just give it a go. Oops. No, don't you come off. Don't you come off, or I'm going to have to pull out the Fabrifix. All right, let's pull out the Fabrifix. Okay. This guy just looks like he might want a little Fabrifix to stay still. Or a pen, a good option as well. Turn the machine back on. And I'm just going to sew some anchor points down and across to just anchor everything. And then I'm going to be able to twirl this more easily without fearing it's all going to come apart. Let's sew you on first. Now, sew you on right there. Okay. Let's go to a nice little zigzag stitch and make it a wide stitch. I'm going to go to maybe, what are we, 3.0? Okay, why not? And then hold my little threads, and I'm going to sew. Oh, I meant to actually sew over that. That's okay, though. And we're feeding through. Okay, everything's all right. Everything's A-okay. It's going. It's working. It is sewing. I'm on a different number. No, it's definitely 4. Okay. Now, once we figure that everything looks good, we can sew a little faster. Yeah. It's going through the glue. Nothing bad is happening. I'm using a universal needle. That's usually my default needle. I have sewn with denim and leather needles before when you do thick stuff, but this is not super thick, honestly. So I think I'm feeling okay about it. Yeah. And then I get to here, almost, I can go to the end. That's all right. All right, to the end. And I'm going to turn, and I'm going to come down to this part. So along here, get all this loveliness together. Just get together, loveliness. So you will become one piece. Yes, you're all being married together. Could we live together for a long time? Life's going to be good. That's right. Here we go. And, okay, there. I wanted to go out. That's what I wanted to do. Across the top of that. Can you see? I'm checking. Okay. And we're going to sew a little faster because we're feeling really confident now. Because things are going. Okay. So far, so good. Afraid to curse it. Afraid to jinx it. Everybody hold your breath. Okay, there, we're at the edge. Now we're going to come back this way. Don't you be starting to peel up on me now. No, we're not going to tolerate any of that. Okay, here we go. And we're sewing. And we're sewing. We don't know what we're doing, but we think it's called sewing. Yeah, we're feeling positive. Positively hopeful that this might work. Okay, we're going to get to the halfway point. There. Now I think I'm right on top of that band underneath, the band of white, the white underneath there, and I think I'm going to come along and sew that down so it's anchored. And then I'm going to I got to put your foot down. You got to put your foot down in life sometimes. And then you go. Now I don't have to keep doing zigzag stitch here. I could switch to straight stitch, and the nice thing about straight stitch is it even sews faster. And if you widen your stitches even more, like up to a 4.0 or 5.0, it sews even faster. That's not always the goal, though. It's not about how fast. It's about how much fun you're having. So if you like to sew fast, sew fast. Just hold on to your hat, because it'll probably blow off in the wind, as it does. And, okay, one more maybe? Okay. And now we're going to go this way. Okay, and then we're going to anchor all this in. Oh, now I do want the zigzag, because I need... The zigzag on the edges is nice because it just grabs everything all together. Makes it one nice, uniform piece. And one more. Okay, now we're going to pull all this through. Yeah, oh, this is turning out to be pretty. Okay, you should actually lift your foot up when you turn. Don't just turn it, because that's hard on everything and everybody concerned, so... Yeah, I might have to do some trimming at the top here. That's all right, though. That's okay. Yeah, I signed on for that. That's all right. I'm ready. And more zigzag. We're zigzagging at the top. Is this shrinky zigzag? No, we want wider zigzag than that. Let's go try 4. 4.0 zigzag, please. Yeah. Okay, okay. Now slow down every once in a while. Make sure that everything's where it should be. Because sometimes if you're working with lacy-goosies, it's hard to see exactly where everybody is, but you'll figure it out. Yeah, it'll all come out in the wash. You'll know when you're done. You might need to do some trimming. You might need to do a little extra sewing here and there if you're like me, but you might not. Okay, there we go. And now we're going to do another little turn. Okay, what have we got now? Oh, we got all the big ones anchored down. I'm feeling good. All right, so let's, you see, the nice thing about the fabric is you can just fold it up. It's thin enough to do that. And if you seem to have a little extra, you can just sort of squash it in there if it's a light lacy. The lacies are forgiving in that way, which is sort of nice. And I know it always looks like I'm going to sew my fingers, but I have a foot stopper here, so I should not sew my fingers. That's my theory. So far, I have not sewn my fingers. And all is still attached, knock wood. All right, let's go all the way down to the bottom here. Okay, now we're going to lift the foot and swing everything this way. And then we're going to come and, I think maybe, should I do a straight stitch there? Or, it's so confusing. I'm going to do a zigzag. Yeah, let's just do a zigzag. Okay. Okay, and here we go, going along the edges. Following the bottom edge and not the design of the lacy loops. Oops, stay on there, Pam. Watch where you're driving. Always keep your eyes on the wheel. Bring it home. Bring it home. bring it home and get to the edge. Okay, and then lift your foot and take it the rest of the way. Okay. Okay, bringing it home. Bringing these edges home. That looks pretty good. I think I still have an open edge here, so I'm just gonna come straight down there and sew all this together so I can sleep nights and know that it's all together. And if it's not, there's even ways around that, which we will discuss momentarily. Okay, then I'm just gonna do the backup foot, lock it in, and come off, and that's the done. We're done with the sewing part. And basically what you've made is a placemat. I'll just show you. Over there. Okay, it looks like this on one side. So basically it's, oh, you can't see. I'm trying not to turn this off. You have this rectangle on one side, and then you have this on the other side, which is so pretty, right? It's so pretty. And something obviously moved here, so maybe my glue stick didn't work as well, but we're just going to roll with it. That's going to be just fine. I am going to come along. I have some trimming I need to do with the lacy loo here. And I'm just going to trim that off with the pinking edge, and that will look very nice as a little bit of overhang. Try not to cut your stitches, but just cut anything extra that's definitive overhang. Okay. All right, so now we have this, and that is going to be the cover of our book. Very easy to make, right? Okay, so now let's move along right to the hardcover part of it. Okay, so you have a couple options at this point. We're going to make our hard book cover, and you can, I would say the easiest thing to use is probably an old book cover that's the right size that you need. This one is a little smaller than this width and height, which might work out nicely because then I know that my cover will cover it completely. And that actually looks pretty darn good. Yep, I think it's going to work really well. And that'll actually give me the right dimension of spine to use as well. So let me back up a little so you can see. Okay, so this book specifically is 8 and I would say 8.5 by 5 3/4. Just the way this book actually ended up being. So if I can remove the whole inside block and use the spine and everything, I will. If that doesn't work, that's okay. We'll roll and we'll create a spine. But we might not need to if we use a book. Your other options, if you don't have a book cover to use, if you ever have any of these drawing pads, often they come with a very nice thick piece of chipboard in the back, which is akin to book board, very similar. It's a nice density, and you could make a front and a back book cover out of one of these. That works really well. The other thing you can do is, where is it? You can use chipboard, for example, from, where is it? I just had it. Why do things hide on me? I don't know. But I'm trying to show you a cereal box, and I think everybody knows what a cereal box looks like. I could just find one I could show you. Here's some. Okay. Here's one already cut up. But this is thinner chipboard, but you can cut these and then layer them up, gluing them together until you achieve the thickness that you want. And it might take 3, I would say on average about 3 pieces to attain a nice thickness to make it a hard cover. But you can get a feel for it. Remember, your cover will get a little fatter if you wrap it with something. Okay. So let's attempt to get this book out from itself. See, now a lot of these older books, they do have space in here, and the space is our friend. I'm going to now take my craft knife and go in towards the book, trying not to cut the spine. If I cut it, it's okay, because we can just build a spine if we have to, but we're going to cover this spine. There. All right, we did pretty good. That was a quick book excision. Sometimes it doesn't go that easily. So really, we're good. We're just pretty much a-okay here. Now let's take our pretty little book cover, and we can still do more to the book cover, but that's our basic design, okay? That's the way it's going to go on there, and this is going to go right in here, and I think I'm just going to glue it down, and then we can actually go ahead and cover it first and then glue it into place. I think that might be the best thing to do. What you're going to cover it with is entirely up to you. I recommend something real, thin, Something that this would have definitely accommodated a 9x6. I've got a little extra material here, but let's not worry about that at the moment. Let's go ahead and just hospital corner this. If you did a separate spine, you would actually hospital corner each section and do the spine separately. But since we've got one big piece, I've got some book page. Yeah, I've got some bed sheet here. Okay, that's kind of nice, right? Let's see, is that thick enough? It's not bad, actually. Sometimes if you feel like this is not strong enough, you might want to put an extra piece of cardboard in here, a little thin piece, to strengthen it so that when you punch your holes through to put your spine in, it's going to have something really strong to grab onto. But let's just go ahead and get a piece of this. I'm just taking off these edges. You don't need those. Gotta love a good old bed sheet. And I would make it just a little bit bigger, maybe at least an inch all the way around from your what you're making. And then tear down, tear across. There we go. And we should have the right size. Okay, there we go. Now that, I would say we could probably get rid of a little bit more of it on this side. So let's just do that because we don't want too much bulkiness there. All right. And if you're unsure about this showing through and you just don't know whether you want that to show, you can always cover it with something. And you can also come in with gilding paste if you want to do that, or gold paint, which is not a bad idea. It's going to be covered by the material, but if you have a concern, or you could stick a piece of white paper here, or even a piece of material on the inside if you wanted to cover up the white. But this is going to be filled in with different. This is going to be filled in with your spines of your signatures, so it's going to fill all this area. But I feel like maybe I want to do something on the edges. Maybe, I don't know, maybe just to mask it a little bit. Let's do that and say we did, because I think that's just going to, it's going to behoove us. We like to be behooved in these situations because I just don't know if I want all that darkness showing through. And adding a little bit of, that was Fabrifix glue. Adding a little bit of Fabrifix glue is going to make this very strong. A little extra material, extra strong. Okay, there, that's good. All right, and then maybe do we have a little more? No, we're completely out. You took it all. Okay, fine. Let's see if we can use this little leftover piece here. Yes, I think we can. Okay, bring you down, bring you down. That's good. Maybe I'm going to put a little piece at the bottom here. We just can't see anything we don't want to see. And maybe we're just going to fill the whole thing in, probably. Crafting as we go here, crafting on the fly. All right. Okay, let me get a little bit more of that. Maybe we do want to fill that in. Getting a feeling maybe we do. And I've just got enough of this. I can keep going a little bit here. Okay. And fold it this way. Oh, look, it's all covered. Voila, in magic, and now it's extra strong because we've added another fabric element. So we have fabric on the outside, the spine of this book, and then fabric on the inside. So this is a very strong spine at this point. Specifically because we've overlaid onto the cover. And when you overlay onto the cover, that's what holds the cover in place. So if that part doesn't happen, it won't be as strong holding to the cover. Maybe your spine will be strong, but the way it holds to the cover will be reinforced. Does that make absolutely no sense to anybody? Probably. Okay, so now we're going to do this. And I almost feel, well, I'm not going to fuss on it. No, we're not going to fuss. We're going, keep it simple, ma'am. Up. Yeah, see, you had to pull a thread, didn't you? You had to pull that thread. You couldn't leave well enough alone. No. All right. So let's lay down some glue. I'm just going to put a little, this is Fabrifix since I'm gluing fabric. Now the drawback of this is you might get a little bit of a seepage through, which happens sometimes even with Fabrifix, even though it's designed not to do that, but it might happen. But you can use the finger knockdown technique, which does help. Make sure you go around the edges. That's always important. And you don't need complete coverage, but you need, I would push it towards your edges. Yeah, and what we're doing is we're knocking down the big glue globs so that it doesn't show so much. Yeah. The same thing here, just kind of take it towards your edges, and that way it's going to be nice and flat and accepting. And you know what's going to happen if we get a glue bleed through? We're going to cover it up with something, so we're not sweating about it. No, we're not. Okay, so put that here. Equidistant. Spread. This kind of magically gets the wrinkles out for you, and you can pull it a little bit if needed. Pull it if needed. Pull, 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 pull. There we go. Squash it down in the center. I really don't need the placemat underneath me at this moment. I can just move it away for the next moment. Okay, so now that is adding another little layer of extra thickness, and it has a nice feel. I'd say it has a very nice feel at this point. If you have decoration on these inside covers, you can definitely just put a piece of white paper and then put your fabric down, and that will handle that little issue. Okay, so now I'm going to do the wraparound. So let's do the wraparound. Okay, let's put a little here, a little here. These are the hospital corners I was talking about. All right, these are not going to show the glue globs, so you don't have to worry too much about whether you have bleed through here. This is going to be hidden. Little strings everywhere when we work with bed sheets, but that's just part of it. You just have to be okay with that. And if you're okay with that, move forward. If you're not okay with it, then leave now. There we go. I'm just going to go around the world. Can you see? Yeah. Going around the world, putting glue all the way around. This is Fabrifix glue. And that's going to give me a strong seal. Okay, then I'm going to use the finger pull maneuver trick on this particular piece. Okay, and that's making it taut, pulling taut, 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 taut. Nice. Some people do corners differently. That's okay. There's 1,000,001 ways to do corners. You do them the way you feel best. And okay, whoop, what happened here? Everybody got all discombobulated. Look at that. Everybody's out of the rocket order here. Good. There we go. All right, everybody's back in town. Okay, here we go. And gluing it all down. All right, got that, got that, got that. Got that, got that, got that. And let's flip it over and see what we have. Not bad, huh? Yeah. Okay. And let's grab our book cover. Here it is. Here's what it looks like on the outside. I totally sewed cockeyed there. Yes, yes, I can see that. I could undo it and redo it, but no, that's not going to happen. Okay. Now we're just going to place. There we go. We're going to find a nice middle spot. Now, if you're finding that you really goofed, okay, let's say this is much bigger than you need, and glue it down, but don't decide yet, because what you want to do is close it, because that's going to create some pull on the fabric, and you definitely want to make sure you have enough to cover. Okay, so, but what I could do at the 11th hour, because I have, like, this is so cockeyed, I could reduce the cockeyedness by shaving this off to make it a little narrower, and then just zigzag stitching down here. And that will give me a smaller piece to work with. So what I think I'm going to do is that. But what I'm first going to do is glue it down. I know this sounds crazy, but this is really what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this, and I'm going to put the glue on this. That's what I'm going to do. Put your glue here. Go around your edges. Make sure you got your edges good. And a decent glue stream. And then give yourself some glue in the center, in the valleys of the spine, down your spine, and then here. Now you probably don't need to knock this glue down with finger tool, because this is also going to be hidden as long as your front placemat cover thing is thick enough. Okay. There's a nice amount of glue there. Don't be shy. Okay, we want this to stay in place. Okay, that should be enough. All right, now let me pick that up. Put this down. Let's see, if I did decide to trim it, it would be that side, so I'm going to be placing it over here. I'm taking this and I'm flipping it over and I'm putting it where I want it to live on this side. So over here, I just want about maybe a quarter of an inch to a half an inch leaving sticking out beyond the cover. And then I'm just going to do that. Okay, so now this is in place. I should have went more north. You got a few seconds to rearrange. It's okay. It's easier to see your placement here. Okay, push. Now we flip it over and mush. This is where we mush. So it's the push and then the mush. Okay, now this disaster over here, which is now too wide, I think I'm just going to, let's see, will that go through the sewing machine? Yes, it will. I'm going to cut it off about here. I hope this is good. I'm just cutting this all off. Yep. I'm going to measure it with my book. I guess you could have done this edge sewing at the end, but let's just see how this all goes down in the pike. I hope I didn't cut it too narrow. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Back over to the machine, dragging the machine back in. Gonna sew it right in the machine. Hope it's not too close. All right, everybody hold your breath. Okay, back on the zigzag. I've got a wide stitch. Yep, here we go. Probably should have locked that off. I didn't. That was my bad sewing technique, but yeah, you should have back and forthed it to lock it in. I'll probably just glue it at this point. I'm getting it. I'm just like barely there. I'm just like so barely there. I can taste it. Come on, baby. Okay, now we're going to back and forth it the way we should have locked it in before, but we didn't. And then we're done. Oh, that was a straight stitch. Oh, is it? I don't even know what that is. My sewing machine was not happy with me, but it gave me the wrinkled nose and told me to carry on, but not to tell its friends what just happened. Okay, so now we have a book cover that is covered in fabric, but is a hard book cover. It also has a fabric interior. And now if you were going to, that's as far as we're going to take this. I could probably show you how to do the signatures in this on another video, but I will stop here just so those of you who want to digest how to do the cover itself. Just to give you a heads up tip. If you wanted to do an exposed spine, and that means you're going to see the strings on the outside, all you do is you take whatever cutting tool, like a crocodile 2 or an awl or a big fat needle or some way, or a nail, and you hammer holes through as many signatures as you have, 1, 2, 3. If you have 3 signatures, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3 if you're going to do a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. And if you have not seen a 3-hole pamphlet stitch in any of my junk journal construction videos, I show you how to do that. I'll try and link that playlist down below so you can see it. And then if you want to do a hidden spine where you don't see the strings, 2 ways. One, you can take a separate piece of, let's say this is a piece of cardstock. You can take this long, cut it off, make sure that you can close your spine, okay, and sew your signatures to this, and then you heavily glue this with Fabrifix, and you squash the whole thing in there, and you close your book up tight, and you clamp it, and you wait, like, it doesn't take a day, but if you wait a day, it's going to be really secure in there. The other trick is you do it the first way. Punch, 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 all the way through. You still have your strings here, but then you cover this spine with something like, maybe you want to come down and put something like this that will cover the strings so you don't see the strings. So that's 2 ways that you can hide the strings. I like the strings. I think they look kind of cool. But there you go. There you got your fabric cover. And if I could sew straight, that would be straight. I'm sure you can do better than I did. But I hope you had fun. Take care, everybody. Sunshine, any words from the wise? Maybe something? I have something to say. Okay, is it good? Because, you know, it's a long video and we don't want to waste their time. Oh, no, I'll make it really quick. I would like to report I have had cornflakes for the first time, and they were wonderful. Yes, it was just a small flake, but it was wonderful. I highly recommend it. Okay, thank you. That was very nice. We appreciate that. And also, during the month of November 2022, I have a special going on in my merchandise shop. If you like t-shirts and sweatshirts with fun phrases on them for crafters, I have Create with Reckless Abandon, as well as Everything is a Craft Supply Until Proven Otherwise, and you can get that on a t-shirt, sweatshirt, zipped hoodie, mug, tote, water bottle, you name it. They make great gifts for yourself or for others. So check that out, 25% off. There is a special code to be used with that. And I believe it is Crafty25, with Crafty being, I think it has to be capitalized, I'm not sure. But yes, that is Crafty25 to get the 25% off. And that will be anything that you buy in my merchandise shop will get the 25% off through November 2022. So yay! I have a free monthly emailed newsletter where you get a free digital image emailed to you every month with a whole host of other goodies. The link is down below in the description box. My videos come out Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, 7 a.m. Eastern Time. My podcast, new audio material, comes out Tuesdays and Thursdays. And you can watch video podcasts every other day of the week on Spotify. I have an Etsy shop where you're going to find journals and bundles and fun things when I have them ready for sale. I also always have my vintage DigiKits available for sale in there. Those are computer files that you purchase and download, and then you can use them. You can print things out and make fun items for your junk journals. They're themed. There's over 180 right now. And if you don't like to print or you don't have a printer, I have a print and mail service. Check out that link. But basically, I will print 10 of these sets for you. That will give you 50 printed pages on lightweight cardstock. You just give me the names of the DigiKits you want. You can email that list to me at pam@thepaperoutpost.com or send that message through Etsy. And you don't need to buy each individual DigiKit. It's one flat fee. Priority free priority shipping is included with that price. And I have an Amazon shop if you're looking for favorite tools and supplies. I have those links in there, and that does help me help my shop. You do not pay more for these items. I told you about the merchandise shop already. Okay. You can find me on Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Facebook. Come and join our Facebook group. Doing a lot of fun weekly and monthly challenges, and having fun seeing what you guys make from these videos. And remember that fun can be simple. And create with reckless abandon, everybody. Go and make a fabric collage hardcover and have some fun today. Take care. Bye-bye.